One Nation leader Pauline Hanson's Burqa stunt could lead to an overhaul of the Senate's dress code. The Senate President, Stephen Parry, said on Monday he had written to the Senate Procedure Committee, asking it to consider whether the dress code ought to be modified. He has also asked the committee to consider giving the Senate President and Deputy President the power to suspend senators from the chamber if they do not dress appropriately. He said it had been considered unnecessary since the 1960s for the Senate to regulate senators' dress standards, but Hanson's decision to wear a burqa into the chamber 2 weeks ago, to make a political point, might require a rule change. Dealing with Pauline Hanson requires facts. That's why George Brandis got it right, Lenore Taylor Read more. In the absence of a clear rule against the use of apparel in this way, I have no formal power to deal with incidents like this, Parry told the Senate. I must say, from a personal perspective, I am disappointed that the Senate will be asked to consider implementing rules rather than rely upon the personal discretion and good judgment of all senators. Unlike the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the President of the Senate does not have the ability to independently remove any senator for a breach of the standing orders. This is something that is well known to senators but is not well known outside the Senate. Therefore, I've also asked the Procedure Committee to consider a possible amendment to the standing orders allowing the President, or the Deputy President, to enforce standing orders by suspending a senator from the chamber for a period of time. In the meantime, I again reiterate that the mode of dress is a matter for senators, but would ask that the respect and dignity of the Senate is forefront in the minds of each and every one of us when making such decisions. Hanson caused a commotion last month by arriving at the Senate chamber for the daily question time session, dressed in a burqa, which was designed to underscore a call she intended to make to ban the religious garment, citing national security concerns. Hanson was rebuked sharply for her behavior with the leader of the government in the Senate, the Attorney General, George Brandis, telling her the coalition had no intention of banning the burqa. Parry explained to the Senate on Monday how Hanson was able to enter the Senate chamber dressed in her burqa. Brandis stands up for decency after Burqa stunt, but that's exactly what Hanson wanted. Katharine Murphy Read more. He said Hanson's office had contacted Parliament House security asking for an escort so she could walk to the Senate chamber from her office without any undue interference from the media.